Been the toughest part about coaching your team down here in Orlando?
The toughest part, I think just managing the different practice times and the late games. Obviously we're playing late at night because of the time. We're on East Coast, but we're playing Western time zone, so we're getting a lot of late afternoon practices. That's been a challenge. But in terms of coaching our guys have been wonderful and attentive. And once we get in our film sessions and on the practice court, the focus has been where it's been all year long.
Hey Frank, have you started seeing the typical signs of playoffs about to start among your players in terms of like guys tightening up, guys becoming more serious, guys becoming more tight-lipped? Like, what have you seen in that sense?
Yeah, I think I saw it in practice today for the first time. We had an off day yesterday, and it was really, we got into some things that really based more on us than any potential opponent we would see, but just some things that the seriousness, the focus on just tightening up some of our habits and discipline was there today in film and in practice.
Allie?
Kyle?
Frank, how much, obviously it's a team game, but how much do you feel like your success hinges on what LeBron's able to do consistently and what AD's able to do consistently?
Well, that's a big part of any team's success. You need your best players to play well, and I've got the utmost confidence that those guys are going to rise to the occasion in these playoffs. And obviously it starts there, but it is a team game, like you said. It's 5 guys on the floor, and your bench unit has to come in and play well. So we need everybody to play well, but obviously it starts with your best players.
And as a quick follow-up to that, do you feel like those 8 games was enough time to get LeBron and AD sort of, hey, we understand what the level needs to be at?
Yeah, I think so. I think whether it was these seeding games or the end of an 82-game regular season, if you have seeding locked up for a stretch of time, there's benefits and drawbacks from that. Certainly we saw some benefits from a standpoint of being able to manage rest appropriately, as well as look at extended minutes for some other guys. But with that comes, the lack of intensity of a big important game, for a stretch of time. So, but it's not something that those guys haven't been through before. That's something I haven't been through before, and we're ready to tighten the screws.
I have a question. Now that you've been here for a month and had Lionel remotely for a month helping you, what's his presence been like? Has he been able to be pretty involved, or has it been difficult with?
Yeah, the only where we miss him is on the court. Where he's been able to he would be able to grab guys off to the side, and just whisper on this coverage. You got to do this, on that you got to do that. As well as working portions of practice. But he's been very vocal and involved in all of our staff meetings, in all of our team meetings, and his input has been felt. And there's actually in some ways some benefit to both he and Kurt Rambis watching games from afar, not being right on top of us and in the mix, and just a different perspective has been beneficial to us. But Lionel has been very, very active and involved and a big part of everything we've done down here.
All right, go ahead, Kyle. One more. Over.
Coach, you have been with us for a while, and the team. This will be the first time the team will be playing in the playoffs in a bubble. So, how do you think the team chemistry has benefited from everybody's being here in the bubble?
Yeah, I think our chemistry on our team is strong. So our guys have really enjoyed being around each other, and that hasn't been an issue. Where I think there's some teams, if your chemistry isn't strong, too much time together could be a bad thing. But our guys have really come together even stronger than we've been in the regular season. They've had a lot of fun together, and I think it's going to benefit us in this bubble situation.
And just one more, Frank, how much, is there like a percentage of like how much preparation can get done for the playoffs before that opponent is set, and how much is like hinging on, okay, it's the Grizzlies, or okay, it's the Blazers?
Well, you look for things that apply to both opponents. You know what I mean? And there are principles and concepts that apply, and we kind of took some of those and put it in play. You know, in terms of what we were going to work on. But today's practice was really more about what we do, less about opponent scout and prep. And you know, I think we got a lot done. I think we got better today.
Last two questions. Jeff?
Hey, Frank, it's Jeff Zilgett at USA Today.
Hi, Jeff.
I just want to know if there's something that you enjoy about coaching in the bubble games without fans that maybe make it easier, or something you didn't anticipate that allows you to do your job in a different or better way.
Well, you can communicate with your players better than you know, what would be a playoff environment, where you know, you have to basically visualize a lot of your play calls. You know, just being able to be heard by your group is probably maybe the only benefit to not having fans, but it is a benefit.
Thanks, Frank.
Last question, Harrison.
Hey, Frank. Danny this year has shot better on tightly contested shots than wide open ones, and that's continued in the bubble. I was just wondering if there's anything you've noticed about his shot that you think that maybe he's better going quicker or anything like that, or if that's something you're trying to get him to do more.
Well, we have the only thing, and I don't know if this is the reason for the, you know, that type of discrepancy, but you know, sometimes a shooter will slow down his rhythm when they're wide open. You know, rather than just catching it in rhythm and shooting the shot knowing somebody's running at you. I have seen him do that once or twice. I don't think that's the total reason for any discrepancy, but you know, I think all shooters, not just Danny, could have a tendency to do that, and I just think it's important in those situations to still shoot it in rhythm.